Ben Affleck and Chris Tucker, welcome to 7:30.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ben Affleck, this film evolved from a kind of heroic white guys in business story into a film much more about Michael Jordan's family, especially his mother. How did that happen?
Well, it happened by my looking at the story and thinking initially, that knowing a little bit about how these companies work and knowing about, and just knowing by instinct there wasn't only white people that worked at this company and who were relevant to this story, and I didn't want to make that story. Luckily, Michael graciously made himself available to me and directed me to the three people he felt were really principally relevant here.
You'll get us both fired.
And also he talked about his father and his mother.
You've described Viola Davis's role as the fulcrum of the movie. What did you mean by that?
What I mean is that when I spoke to him about it, I had, wanted to make a movie about a person who knew their self-worth, who recognized their own self-worth, or at least demanded the opportunity to be compensated according to that worth.
What should I ask you?
Ask me why I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Why are you in Wilmington, North Carolina?
Because I believe in your son.
All right, Mr. Vaccaro, thank you for coming.
And then when I spoke to him and saw that his mother was so meaningful in what she had contributed, I realized that that was who the movie was about, and that the events of this film clearly would not have taken place. Among other reasons, one of the lines in there where Viola says he didn't want to come was true. He said, I didn't want to go to Oregon. My mother told me I had to go, so I went.
A shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son steps into it.
Chris Tucker, this film captures the explosive moment, the nascence, really, of black commercial cultural power. How important was it for you to capture that part of the story?
It was very important because, I remember Michael Jordan as a kid and how, he exploded on scene. He was a phenomenon, what he did on the court and how high he jumped and how long he stayed in the air. And then he came out with these shoes and the jogging suit, and everybody wanted it and wanted to just have a part of him because he made people feel good. When I found out about the movie through my agent, they said Ben and Matt Damon's playing, they're doing this movie and they want you to foil this character, Howard White. I said, wait a minute, I know Howard White. And so I called him immediately. He said, yeah, I heard about the script. And I said, I think I'm going to do this because, you got Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. I know you, and it's a great story. I love sports, love Michael Jordan. And we got a lot of similarities. So I love that I can play somebody I can really relate to and pull from a lot. So it was good.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
Howard was instrumental to really helping us, capture the real voice of the film and getting it made and helping us navigate it. And he's a really extraordinary guy. And Chris got him, he really dedicated himself to his research. He locked himself in a hotel for a long time. He went deep into it. And I believe that, in a movie that's in a way, inspired by a true story and that does take license with characters, and Chris has got a letter perfect, not impersonation, but performance that I feel really captures Howard.
Ben Affleck, you're an actor in the film, but you're also the director. Who do you trust to give you notes?
Well, initially what happened for me was that I learned to become a better actor by directing and being in my own movies and kind of forcing myself to look at my performance and looking at it editorially and sort of really having to recognize what was genuine and what wasn't. And but in a situation like this, I'm surrounded by my peers and my betters, and who better to trust? And so I would simply look around and go, what'd you think? And they would give me a very candid appraisal, and it was a huge gift.
You've worked with Matt Damon on a lot of films now, and this is a sporting analogy, but is there a moment on set when you start to anticipate his moves?
You got a name for it?
Air Jordan.
I don't know.
Seriously?
Maybe it'll grow on me. Actually, I learned a new appreciation for Matt, who I didn't think I could learn anything more about. I thought I knew everything about him. And what I learned was really how good he was. because when you direct a movie, you look at every frame of performance, every take, and you see it over and over and over again. And oftentimes you go back and as you're iterating on a scene, you may want to change it. And what I found with Matt is that there was no moment where he wasn't alive and present and doing something interesting. And it's very self-effacing, his acting style. He always opts for believability and truth over showcasing his talents, which are enormous. And if he chose to showcase them, I really think he could, but he knows, in most cases that's just not the most honest. It's not about him, it's about the story. And I really learned how great he is.
Chris Tucker, there was a decision made to only show Michael Jordan obliquely in the film. We never see his face. One day when the film of Michael Jordan's life is made, should it be made by a black director?
I think it should be the best director, to do it, because that's what it's about. And that's what I go for, the best directors, smartest directors to help me get to where we're trying to go. And whoever's the best.
I think Michael should make it.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one who could do it. And probably if he directed a movie, it'd be the best movie ever made, too. I don't know if there's anything I can't do.
Ben Affleck and Chris Tucker, it's a terrific movie. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Same here. Thank you.